The Chinese crocodile lizard is one of the most endangered lizards in the entire world. There's less than 1,000 of them remaining in their native range, which is restricted to the high mountain ranges of South China and northern Vietnam. They're named for their crocodile-like tail, which is made of hardened scales that run from the tip of their tail all the way up their back. Just like a crocodile, when they want to slip into the water, they can swim with impressive speed. So, about a year and a half ago, I went on the internet and I bought 2 Chinese crocodile lizards. I just went ahead and I bought them. And before we get into exactly how and why I bought these critically endangered lizards, let's first delve a little bit into the world of them. Let's look at why it is they're so endangered, where they're from, and to do that, we're actually going to use our special tool, Google Earth. I want you guys to pay attention to all of those blue dots you see on the map here. These are the only locations in the entire world that you can find the Chinese crocodile lizard. All of these populations are isolated from each other, have been separated by human settlements, and this puts the Chinese crocodile lizard in an especially vulnerable state. None of their populations can breed with one another because they're also pushed far apart, and when you zoom out and you see just how big the Earth is, you realize just how precious and vulnerable this species is. It only exists on a small pinpoint in the entire world, and you can't even see it once you zoom out. If the Chinese crocodile lizard were to go extinct, that'll be the end of an entire line of evolution that goes back 56 million years, with the first Shinisaurus fossil being found from the Eocene period. So Shinisaurus Crocodilirus is the last remaining leg of this line of reptiles that evolved millions of years ago. To put that into perspective, here's the timeline of various points in history, and all the way at the top, that's humans. At the bottom, we have dinosaurs and whatnot. And right here, that's the Eocene. So, before the start of humans. In order for us to fully understand the evolutionary path that these lizards have taken, we have to first go back 200 million years, when a clade of reptiles evolved known as Toxicifera. Toxicifera is a proposed venom clade of reptiles. And now what this means is that all reptiles today that possess any capability to produce venom, and some reptiles that haven't yet been proven to produce venom, are in this clade. Toxicifera broke off into a family known as Serpentes, better known to us as snakes. This encompasses all snakes, both venomous and non-venomous, such as this ball python. Some of the group broke off into a family of lizards known as Iguania, and this consists of iguanas, chameleons, and agamids, such as this green iguana, this panther chameleon, or this bearded dragon. Many people don't know, but all 3 of these species actually possess venom glands. The venom's not strong enough to hurt a person, however it is there and it is used to subdue their prey. The rest of the group broke off into a suborder of lizards known as Anguimorpha, and just about all of my favorite lizards belong to this group. You see, for a very long time we thought that there were only 2 venomous lizards in the world. The Gila monster from the southwestern United States and the beaded lizard from Mexico. Today we know that many other species can produce venom. However, these 2 still have the most potent venom glands out of any other lizard species in the whole world. Both of these lizards belong to the genus Heloderma, which broke off from the anguimorphs. The anguids also branched off, and these are the legless lizards. These are lizards that look just like snakes, except for the fact that they have ears and snakes don't. A genus known as rarest branched off, and this encompasses all lizards that we know to be monitor lizards. The Komodo dragon is the most famous of which, reaching up to 10 feet long and up to 200 pounds. This is the largest lizard in the entire world. Some monitors that I keep at home include the Aki monitor, the sand monitor, and this green tree monitor. Here's where the genus known as Shinisaurus breaks off from the rest of the anguimorphs. And the Chinese crocodile lizard is actually a part of this genus, with the scientific name being Shinisaurus Crocodilirus. Now, this is what's known as a monotypic genus. And what that means is that there is only one species alive in the whole genus. We see a similar phenomena in modern day humans. Once upon a time, there was many different species of human in the genus Homo, such as Homo habilis and Homo erectus. Today, there is only one species of human alive, and that is Homo sapiens, also known as humans. I could talk about evolution all day, but let's get back to Google Earth. When you first enter the habitat of the Chinese crocodile lizard, the first thing you're going to notice is crystal clear water at the bottom of these mountains, and the mountains are aligned with broadleaf evergreen trees. These trees are really important for both the crocodile lizard as well as many other species because they provide dense coverage year-round, and the crocodile lizards actually prefer colder temperatures and they like shade, so it helps them a lot. As we zoom out on the map, we can see what this entire ecosystem looks like. Now, this is called a karst stream ecosystem, and this is formed when rainwater collects on the sides of these mountains and it filters through the carbon and rocks and everything in the bottoms of these mountains, shoots out the sides, and forms crystal clear cold streams that flow down the mountain, and many animals capitalize on this, and one of those is the crocodile lizard. Here's just some shots of what these karst streams look like. You can see how beautiful they are, and the crocodile lizards will usually live in the calmer areas of these, so further down from where the water shoots out. And this is what it looks like in real life, off a bridge from Google Earth. So if you're looking from Google Earth off this bridge and you see that a stream like that, that's a pretty typical karst stream ecosystem. It's a small creek, and you might find some crocodile lizards in there. Of course, there's not a lot of them left, but you might find them. This is deforestation in action, and I came across this when I was scrolling through Google Earth, just looking around. So this is likely for agriculture and farming. So this land is going to be used for crops and animals to feed the people of the area. So something that we all need and we all think is pretty necessary. However, it is actually the largest cause of endangerment of animals in the entire world. Currently, more than a third of the Earth's landmass, or about 38% of it, is dedicated to farmland. This is what the world looked like in 1700. All of the beige and dark green is nature, and the yellow is farmland. That's 1800. This is 1900. And by 2000, most of the world is yellow. That's all farmland. And the Chinese crocodile lizard is just one of many species that are endangered due to human activity. Others, like the Asiatic cheetah, the hairy-nosed otter, and the giant panda, are some on a long list of animals that are endangered due to loss of habitat. Great. So, now that we went over that, let's get into how I actually got these things. First of all, obviously you can't just go into the wild and pick up Chinese crocodile lizards and put them in a box and then ship them out. It's very illegal. You're gonna go to jail. And rightfully so, they all belong in the wild. Of course, I don't think I need to explain that. However, there are remnants of Chinese crocodile lizard lineages in countries like European countries and in the United States that are being captive bred. For example, zoo stock. When zoos take in Chinese crocodile lizards and they breed them and they have way too many to handle, they need to sell them off. So they sell them to the private trade, and that's how these lizards get into the hands of individuals like myself. Also, these lizards used to be imported for the pet trade before we knew that they were endangered. Some people figured out how to breed these early on, and the babies had babies, and then the babies kept having babies, and years later, here we are today, and the lizards don't just disappear. We still have them here today. So, although there's a population in China and Vietnam that's steadily, rapidly declining, we have captive populations in the US and in Europe that are being bred prolifically and are doing great. And that's where I got my babies. I got my babies that were captive bred from a private breeder in the United States. And the goal is to keep breeding these, because if they don't get bred in captivity, well, when they go extinct in the wild, if they do, the captive populations is all that we have. So it's really, really important that we keep these lineages going and we keep producing Chinese crocodile lizards and we keep captive breeding them, because their native range right now is really under threat and their chances at recovery are really slim. So it's looking like their captive populations is all we have. I have a potential pair of them, and my goal is hopefully within the next year or so, they'll be big enough and sexually mature so that they can actually breed, and I can produce some Chinese crocodile lizards, and I'll be able to contribute to this greater project that is ensuring the survival of the Shinisaurus. Thank you guys for watching this whole video. I know it was a lot of information, so props to you if you stuck around till the end. I'm gonna be trying to make a lot more videos like this, educational stuff with me going out, herping, seeing things in the wild, captive breeding antics that go on in this room here. So if you like what you saw today and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down here on the bottom. I'm not sure, I'm still very new to it, so I'm gonna try to put it here. But if not, then it'll be wherever the subscribe button always is on YouTube channels. Anyway, my name is Matt, this is Python Bros, and thanks for watching.